The protests that are now continuing in the national capital, lawyers of district courts in Delhi have decided to go on a strike for the fourth consecutive day today, demanding the arrest of the policemen involved in a clash at the Tees Hazari court on the 2nd of November. Lawyers say that they will continue with their peaceful protest until their demands are met. Well, so no relief for the cops from the Delhi High Court earlier. November 2nd order is self-explanatory, is what the Delhi High Court says. So there's been that order stands as of now. That's another update that we are getting here on Mirror Now. November 2nd order does not require any clarification, says the Delhi High Court. So that is with respect to the action that was taken against the policemen involved in the violence on the 2nd of November in Tees Hazari Court. Meanwhile, the lawyers have continued to protest for the fourth consecutive day today. Joining us right now on the cops versus lawyers standoff is Justice R.S. Sodhi, former High Court judge. Very good morning to you, Justice Sodhi. Without going into the merits of the Saturday incident, I just want to ask you the way the situation has unfolded since then. What is your view, Justice Sodhi? Does it look like that the lawyers believe that they are above the law?
I can only say this to you. No matter how big or how mighty or how great one may be, there is nobody who is above the law. Everybody has to be within the framework of law, and the lawyers and the policemen and the courts are all handmaids to ensure that the rule of law functions and is maintained. Anybody, be it the policemen, be it the lawyers, anybody for that matter, who crosses the Lakshman Rekha, that is, goes out of the bounds of the rule of law, is dealt with and must be dealt with within the framework of law and put in his right place. I do not believe that any lawyer, or for that matter, anybody, is above the rule of law.
That we must ask you again, Justice Sodhi, that the lawyers are protesting, they're demanding that the cops be arrested. But what about action against the lawyers themselves? It's a well-known fact that there are goons within the ranks of the lawyers as well. It takes two to tango. What about action against those lawyers? No lawyer has been arrested for their action. Is that fair?
Why the Delhi police has not arrested a single lawyer, or whether the Delhi police itself has not taken action against their own kith and kin, is not really the issue. The issue is when you say that the lawyers ask for immunity. That is where I take issues. Nobody can get immunity from the rule of law. Like I said, it doesn't matter how great, how mighty, or whatever you are, whatever your organization is, how great you may feel, but nobody has immunity against the rule of law. You have to abide by the rule of law. And what has happened in the last few days is reprehensible. It is unacceptable. You see, as far as the lawyers are concerned, they are supposed to be officers of the court to assist, maintain a rule of law and assist the court in doing so. The policemen, on the other hand, are also there to maintain the rule of law, law and order, and to assist the society to live in a peaceful and a comfortable manner within the framework of law. Now, if both the parties, that is, one is duty bound to maintain law and order, and the other one is duty bound to assist the court in ensuring that the rule of law is maintained, if they both start striking each other, don't you think that is a most reprehensible thing that can ever happen to a social order? And I condemn it outrightly.
I appreciate that point of view, Justice Sodhi. Like you rightly said, these are two pillars of administration. They are upholders of law. They are the last people who should be taking law into their own hands. But Justice Sodhi, I just want to ask you that, the lawyers here have now decided to completely shut shop. Now, who does that affect? Only the people, the common people. On Tuesday, we saw Delhi police revolt on the streets of the national capital on Wednesday. The lawyers came out on the streets to make some sort of a show of strength. But don't they realize that it is hurting the common man? How can you shut down access to multiple courts, Justice Sodhi?
The policemen came out onto the streets. Now, this is a disciplined force and ought never, ever to mutiny. Now, this is a very, very serious offence. If they have taken the law into their own hands and decided to abandon their posts and or abandon their duties and or show strength or try and muster up muscle action against their own officers and or tell the public how insecure they can be without them, it's unfair. Similarly, the lawyers, if they have shut down courts, it is unbelievable. It's absolutely ridiculous. The lawyers are there because they practice under a license. They are given a license and they are given the honor of being members of a noble profession. They cannot and must never ever disrupt the proceedings of court, which is essential for the very basis for their own existence. They have no existence without the court. They have no existence without common public are seeking justice. And if they hamper such a course of action, let alone cutting the branch on which they are sitting, it is unacceptable.
Yes, absolutely. No one is denying, Justice Sodhi, that there are instances of police excesses. There are police atrocities that happen all the time, and the lawyers would not take it lying down. But the way that they have reacted also is something that is hurting public interest, and perhaps this kind of protest is not something that is healthy for the capital city. Thanks so much, Justice Sodhi. Appreciate you joining us this morning.